Hey there, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Katie and this is Louisiana Cooking and Living, and we are sticking with the theme of soups. And today we're making taco soup. My friend gave me this recipe. She was making it this week and I thought, that sounds yummy and we will make it too. I do have a pound of ground meat going in the Dutch oven over here, getting that browned up. The actual recipe, and I don't know where the recipe came from, I'm sorry about that. Calls for just throwing all this in the crock pot and letting it simmer all day. So you could do that too, but we're going to make it in the Dutch oven real quick. This is going to go by really fast. I've already gone ahead and chopped up some red bell pepper, a white onion, one jalapeno pepper, and this is a pretty big jalapeno pepper. And we have some poblanos to chop up. So let's just go ahead and get started with that, and we'll just dump it all in the pot. This is a dump and go. Literally, the recipe says throw it all in the crock pot and turn it on. So we're just going to throw it all in the Dutch oven and turn it on. So let's get started. So like I said, I have one red bell pepper chopped up, and I did these all on the same dice, this little dice. I like this food chopper. If I'm just chopping one thing, I don't necessarily pull this out. But when I have a lot to chop and I want them all the same uniform size or whatever, I will pull this out. So I have one red bell pepper, the white onion, and this is the jalapeno. That was a big jalapeno. And then, like I said, a poblano pepper. So we'll finish this one up. All right. If you're interested in one of these, I do have a link in my description box for this chopper. I really like using this for these applications. And I liked that this soup, it's a taco soup, and it's using the colors of the Mexican flag, red, white, and green. All right, we'll move over to the stove top and check on our ground meat and get all this going. All right, as you saw in the beginning of the video, I did add a little bit of salt to this already. We're going to go ahead and add our vegetables to it. Now, if you throw all this in the crock pot, it doesn't really saute the vegetables like we're about to do. So this will change the flavor a little bit. All right, to our vegetables, we're going to add our spices, not much stuff. 1 teaspoon of cumin. And then 1 teaspoon of oregano. I have some Mexican oregano, so that's what I'm going to use. And then we're going to add a little bit more salt to this. Oops. All right, to this we're going to add, it says 3 cloves of garlic. But I kind of like garlic, so we're going to go probably more than 3 cloves. I just have some freeze-dried garlic here. You can use however garlic you like to buy it, but I buy the bulk bag of garlic cloves from Costco and then I freeze dry them. Just trying to break them up a little bit. All right, next thing we're going to add is, the recipe calls for 2 cans of Rotel. We're not a huge just straight up tomato fan, so I'm just going to do 1 can of Rotel. I mean, This is not Rotel brand, so whatever tomatoes and chilies you buy. We're going to do 1 can of tomato sauce, 8 ounces. If you notice, these tomato products are both organic. Tomatoes are one of the things that are on the Dirty Dozen list of items that you should try to always buy organic, because the kind of pesticides that they use and the amount of pesticides that would end up in the final product. And if you're interested in the Dirty Dozen list, I can link one below in the description box. All right, this is my last can of black beans. I canned beans with you guys back in, I think, February, maybe March. I did black beans and pinto beans. This is my last jar of them. It's time to make some more. If you're interested in that video, I can leave that up in the cards and take you a quick link over to the recipe on how I canned these. Yes, it has bacon in it and onion. All right, and the next thing we're going to add is, I'm doing a quart of beef stock. The original recipe calls for 2 cups of chicken stock, but we're not doing that second can of Rotel, which would have more liquid. And that was home canned beef broth. Again, I did that with you guys, if you want to check that out. And the last thing is corn. I forgot to dig my corn out the freezer, so let me grab that real quick and I'll be right back. So corn is another one of those ingredients. It's not on the Dirty Dozen list, but this is one that if you don't get it organic or where it says non-GMO, corn is very GMO product. So it says 2 cups. So I'm going to add about that much. All right, so we're just going to let this simmer for a little while. And then we will be ready to go. That easy. All right, so our soup has been simmering for about 30 minutes. I did add about another half a teaspoon of cumin to it and a little bit more salt. And as you just saw, I did fry up some tortilla strips. So I'm going to add some of these to the top. Be our taco part of it, our shell. And a little cheese. You could do some sour cream. You could do some avocado. A lime wedge. So let's give this a little try. All right, let's give this a little taste test. Get a little bite of everything here. So hot. So looking forward to cooler weather. It's supposed to be in the high of 70s this week. That's very exciting for us. So good. I love corn and things like this where it gets that burst of sweetness. So tasty, so yummy. My family's listening to the LSU game right now, or watching the LSU game. This would be a perfect meal to have while you're watching a football game, tailgating, family over, whatever it is. Cooler weather is coming, y'all. So excited about this. If I can find the recipe or the person that made this recipe, I'll link that in the description box. I'll ask my friend if she's got a name associated to this recipe. If not, I will list the ingredients in the description box. So if you haven't subscribed already, we'd ask that you subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.